Hey folks, another day of scattered showers around the valley. Just to the southwest of Harlan, you're probably seeing the most rain today. And right along the coast, off in the Gulf, there's been some pretty good rain, even some thunder and lightning. One dot left between Weslaco and Mercedes. That's about it over land now, but our cool front's pushing southward, and with that front, still could be another shower or two tonight. We zoom out just a little bit. Our surface winds all day today have been kind of out of the northeast, not so much because of the front, which is still to our north, but because of an upper disturbance sitting out here. Yet the clouds are still going that way. If you look closely, the low clouds are going to the southeast. They try to develop into a shower or thunderstorm, then the upper level winds at 30,000 feet, just not 36,000 feet, just knock the tops right off the top of those clouds. So they grow and just get sheared off and have no chance of becoming anything more than just a quick shower, maybe a brief thunderstorm, nothing more than that. The front itself pushes through this evening, and it's not a big deal. I mean, it will cool things off a little, but very little. It'll lower the humidity a little, but very little. Could even be a spotty shower or two around during the daytime tomorrow. And then by Wednesday, we heat up again and we get really warm by Friday, but then another front's going to cool us off again. This is Wednesday. You know, the moisture returns when the southeast wind comes back on Wednesday, so there could be more clouds around. I can't completely rule out a shower Wednesday or Thursday, but I think for the most part we're looking at a couple of dry days, and then Friday things get a little bit more interesting when that next front moves into the region. So tomorrow about a 20% chance for a shower or thunderstorm. Wednesday and Thursday, I could put the word mainly on there because there's probably a 5% chance or less of a shower, but for the most part, it's a dry day. Those temperatures right now, 88 here in Weslaco, 89 Harlingen, 87 Brownsville. Back to the west, still in the 90s. McAllen's 94, Rio Grande City's at 95. But look at the dew points, and this is where you can really feel the difference across the valley. Edinburgh's dew point's 59, 62 in McAllen, so much drier air. When you get to the eastern part of the valley, dew points are still in the low 70s. And if you look at the Muggy meter, we'll put the average of about 68 on there. But when you're down in here, this isn't too bad compared to the dew points in the 70s in the lower valley right now. Tomorrow's high is likely back in the 80s in most places, about 90 in McAllen. North winds 10 to 15. So the impact of this front, yes, we won't be in the 90s in most places, just a couple of spots going over 90. Humidity down just a little bit, so a minor front, we'll call this one, a much stronger front due late Friday into Saturday. 88 tomorrow, then back to 93, 95. Friday's a hot one. We're going to be approaching records on Friday. Then that next front pushes in and makes some changes for the weekend. There's the front now. It pushes through. Not as hot tomorrow. Still very warm, though. Wednesday, probably a dry day. Thursday, probably a dry day. But here comes the next front racing into Texas. That front pushes south. We're due in here Friday night. Could trigger a shower or thunderstorm, and then much cooler weather for Saturday. So let's look at the forecast. For tonight, partly cloudy. Can't rule out an isolated shower. 70 for a low. Then tomorrow back up to 88. But with the north wind, lower humidity just a little bit, can't rule out an isolated shower or thunderstorm. Your first 1-5 AccuWeather forecast for the next 7 days. We warm it up. Through Friday, we warm it up, and then look at Saturday. 71 for a high. Much cooler with cloudy skies and probably some rain first half of the day. That morning light rain and drizzle that tapers off late in the day. Maybe the sky will brighten by late in the afternoon into the evening, and the rain should move out, setting the stage for a nice evening and a pretty good weekend. That's your updated first 1-5 AccuWeather forecast.